After the Saints capped off their final home game with a victory last night, they travel here to Compton, California for their biggest game of the season. Well, everyone, I'm Stephen Hogenkamp, joined today by Anthony Vasquez. And Anthony, big win yesterday, but none of that matters if they can't pull out another win today.
Yeah, that's right. Every single game we're saying now it's the biggest game of the season because it is. One game behind OC is Arroyo Seco right now, and they have a tough game on hand tonight against the Academy Barons, a very scrappy team.
Yeah, a very scrappy team indeed. Do not look at that record because this team can play dangerous, especially like we were mentioning when they don't have as much to lose as the Saints do.
That's right. The most dangerous team on planet Earth is the ones with nothing to lose, and the Academy Barons tonight will be playing like that. They are a very scrappy team. They don't strike out a lot. They have some headsy guys, some grinders on their team. And then this is the type of squad that can pose a big issue for the Arroyo Seco Saints, with, of course, this being a must-win game.
And the Saints are going to have Keegan Allen starting for them in their biggest game, and the Barons are going to have Hunter Holmes that's going to start for them, that's going to try to play spoiler. Talk a little bit about both starters.
Well, Keegan Allen I'm loving so far. Just announced his commitment to West Virginia, and I don't know if that was a good luck charm or something in the stars, but he is playing lights out right now. Six straight scoreless innings. He actually had a couple bullpen stints, one of them coming against this Baron squad, struck out one in a perfect inning. So I'm expecting a big day for Keegan Allen in the biggest game. 4 innings pitched, just 2 hits against him in his last start at this point last week against OC.
And, he's going to be a stud. .9 ERA in those last 10 innings. And talk a little bit about Hunter Holmes on the other side.
Yeah, Hunter Holmes has been the guy who's basically ran into buzzsaws in every single start he's had. 5 starts against the best teams in the CCL. 3 against the Oaks and 2 against the Foresters. That's probably why his ERA is a little inflated, a 5.47, but he has strikeout stuff, 28 of them in 23 innings. The only problem is he gives up a lot of walks, 15 in 23.
Yeah, so the Saints are going to try to continue their 3-game win streak into today, and we'll get you right back into the game action when we return on the Arroyo Seco Media Network on YouTube. And as the Barons take the field, let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Saints. Head coach Aaron Milam, that what he'll go with. Leading off, it's going to be Jordan Rogers. Similar lineup to what we've seen. Drew Cowley in the 2 hole with Kyson Donahue in the 3. Matt Wong cleanup. Got Peyton holding that 5 hole at the second base spot. Matt Marlowe is going to get another start today at first base. Jacob Sanchez is going to get the day at DH. Max Blessinger ranging in center field in the 8 hole. And then Cooper Harris in the 9 hole tonight.
Yeah, and there, while all eyes are on the 3 All-Stars, Cowley, Donahue, and Wong, I want to shed some light on the bottom of the lineup. Jacob Sanchez, Max Blessinger, and Cooper Harris have been just as important as the big 3 of Cowley, Donahue, and Wong. We saw Cooper Harris yesterday, a 2-run single to give the Saints some much-needed insurance runs last night against Conejo. And basically, Jacob Sanchez loves this place. He calls this place home. Home run to left field earlier on this season. And Max Blessinger, how important is it that he can finally get hot? Not only playing out there at center field with his rangy defense, really getting it done at the bat.
Yeah, yesterday was a lot of timely hitting from the Saints. You mentioned the two out, 2 RBI single from Cooper Harris. You also saw a 2-out RBI single from Max Blessinger that led to that big grand slam from Drew Cowley that ended up being the difference in the game. That's what the Saints are going to need if they're going to have a chance of making the playoffs. In this, playoff hunt, they need to get those timely hits, cash in on opportunities, and really play a complete 9-inning game. Can't just score in the first half of the game. You got to continuously put pressure on the other team.
And that's been the Arroyo Seco Saints' issue. They can get on you early, but with this Academy Barons team, Aaron Milam said the last time the Saints lost to the Academy Barons, you got to bury them early and continue to bury them throughout the game. You can't let them hang around because they'll gain confidence, and once the Barons have confidence, that's danger for the Saints.
Yeah, it's going back to that 4-3 loss the Saints had to the Barons just a couple weeks ago. It was a real tough one. On paper, the Saints beat the Barons in almost every category except the runs. Got more hits, played better defense, but they could not end up victorious as the first pitch of the game from Hunter Holmes misses away 1-0. 6:02 start time here in Compton, California. Cut and a miss, 1-1. Beautiful day of baseball here, not a cloud in the sky. We did have some little fire issues a little nearby here. Smelled a little smoky, but nothing in the air right now. 1-1. Rogers fouls off.
That's a pitch he'd probably tell you should have handled a little bit better. Right down the heart of the plate on the fastball, and J. Rogers was not on time, just a little bit late, fouling it off to the right.
Yeah, Rogers and one of a couple players throughout the Saints lineup in the mini slump right now. As he cuts on and misses at the breaking ball. You mentioned the strikeout stuff from Hunter Holmes. It's showing early here.
That was a perfectly executed breaking ball from Hunter Holmes. 1-2 count. Jordan Rogers, too big of a swing. Hunter Holmes took advantage.
Now the hottest hitter in this Saints lineup comes up, Drew Cowley. You'd think lefty hitter would hit against lefties a little worse, but yesterday Cowley hit a grand slam off one. 1-0. Late on that heater, popped, will it stay in play? And reaching for it is Christian Taveras. Great play over there at third. A lot more foul ground territory here at the Youth Academy field.
A great catch by Taveras. He had the wall to deal with as well, probably aided by some foul warning track. Let him know that the wall was coming. Great job by Taveras for out number 2. Can't give Drew Cowley extra pitches. Got to bury them when you have a chance.
Kyson Donahue will step in. Their Saints player struggling a little at the plate. So got a 289 average as the All-Star. Donahue, in fact, at the CCL Showcase game, earned Most Outstanding Defensive Player of the game. And off speed misses there, 1-1. We'll continuously update you also throughout this game with the Riptide Blues game. They're just about to get set ready to go there in San Luis Obispo. Off speed, cut and miss. That curveball really working for Holmes early on.
And the issue for Donahue has been fastballs up and in. Let's see if Hunter Holmes goes that way here in a 1-2 count, or he may not even double up at the curveball.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Holmes, a little hesitation move, off-speed pitch. Misses high right there. Count will even now at 2-2. Two count. Holmes kicks and deals. Off-speed pitch catches Donahue looking. Hunter Holmes, 1-2-3, making easy of this Saints lineup. We're going to take a little break. When we return, bottom of the first here. Still 0-0 score on the Arroyo Seco Media Network on YouTube. Welcome me back here to the Youth Academy field. Starting lineup for the Academy Barons Day. Leading things off, the All-Star Kamayu neighbors. Christian Tavares will bat second. Max Diaz will bat third and will roam left. Aaron Greenfield will hit cleanup today and playing right. Mark Anthony Hernandez will be the DH and hit fifth today. Julian Boyd hitting sixth, and rounding out the last three, Thomas Williams, Jalen Williams, and Matt Dorado.
And Steven, we were talking about this during the break. The Barons only hit .231 as a team, 30 points below the Arroyo Seco Saints, and that plays into the hands of Keegan Allen. Ever since he kind of changed his lineup, going exclusively from the stretch, he's just been lights out.
Yeah, Kamayu Neighbors is the only Baron qualified hitter that's hitting over 300 this season, a 318 clip. The monstrous 34 walks in just 27 games. One of the toughest players to get out in the CCL. Allen's first pitch misses low right there, 1-0.
That's a perfect example of what makes him so tough as a hitter. Most of the time, that would have been a strike, but he's so crouched in the zone, that strike zone really shrinks.
Yeah, Stan's only 5'8", but it's about 5 feet flat in the box as he rolls that one over to Matt Marlowe. He'll tag out first for a quick 2-pitch out right there.
And that's important for Keegan Allen, efficiency. This bullpen has been taxed lately, been playing a lot of important games. If you're Keegan, 4 or 5 or maybe even 6 innings, tying what Chris Stamos and Jacob Widener did this year for the longest start with the Arroyo Seco Saints. If he goes 6, Coach Aaron Milam will surely be thrilled.
And we saw yesterday, after Gavino Rosales got off to a slow start, he gave some valuable innings pitching into the 4th inning. That's what was needed for the Saints, and to get it to their bullpen is first pitch to Christian Tavares is a changeup that is cut on and missed.
And Steven, this pitching does not have to be perfect. We all know the hitting for Arroyo Seco can come back from almost any deficit. We've seen it against the Barons. They really buried them for 10-plus runs multiple times.
And even yesterday, were down 3-0 after the top of the first and ended up winning as I won another 2-pitch out as that rolled over to Peyton Holt. 2 quick outs here for Keegan Allen.
Yep, Keegan Allen looking good so far, locating the fastball, inducing a lot of weak contact. This is a Barons team that does not slug for a lot of extra base hits.
Yeah, they're a real scrappy team. They don't got the most power up and down their lineup as a team. Only 8 total home runs. Kyson Donahue and Matt Wong between them at 12. That first pitch inner half misses 1-0. That one misses high as well, 2-0. So Allen falls behind Max Diaz here, 2-0. That one rolled out of play, foul, so we'll go 2-1. I mentioned Keegan Allen does have the strikeout pitch in him. 27 and 27 innings coming into today, but all he's looking for is have the Barons put some weak contact in play. This defense has played much better this second half of the season. 2-1 foul straight back. Count will even at 2-2 here. Allen would love to get a clean inning. Get his team back in the dugout to try to strike first. That's been a big importance against these Barons. Putting up the first runs. 2-2, cut on and miss. Both starters starting off with a 1-2-3 inning. Keegan Allen picking up a strikeout right there. And after one complete, still no score here in Compton, California on the Arroyo Seco Media Network on YouTube. Apologize for the delay, just fixing some camera issues right there. It's a little laggy, but looks like we're good right now. Matt Wong will sky that one. Shallow center field. Kamayu Neighbors will settle under it and make the grab. First 4 up, first 4 set down here for the Saints.
And it's been the breaking ball for Hunter Holmes that's really been keeping this team off balance.
So Peyton Holt will step in. 1 out this inning. Holt inning 305 this season. 1 home run, 17 RBI for Peyton on the season. First pitch misses away, 1-0.
That 305 batting average tells you how hot Peyton Holt was before he had that injury, hitting close to 320 at one point.
1 misses high, 2-0. And yeah, Anthony, like you were saying, ever since he came back from that injury, he hasn't been as hot as he was, but still hitting above 300. 2-0 misses away as well. Holmes missing on the curveball, so he falls behind 3-0 here. Matt Marlowe on deck. That one misses. 4-pitch walk for Peyton Holt, first base runner here for the Saints. And that will bring up Matt Marlowe. Marlowe's someone that's fallen on hard times. Average now below the Mendoza line, 196. Got a great glove in the field. Very valuable as a defender for the Saints. That first pitch in there, called strike.
And playing into the hands of the Barons this afternoon is the fact that Hunter Holmes is a lefty. First pitch in from the windup has that nice slide step. Really controlled the running game for a team that really is the bread and butter on the base pads. It's a steal bases.
Yeah, played well into their win yesterday as the pickoff attempt from Holmes. A little quick one right there, just stepping off. The 1 to Marlowe, out hot, fastball way up there. Even up the count at 1-1. The first time Holmes has been out of the stretch here. His 5th batter only. 1-1, goes back to the off speed. We've really seen a lot of that from him early on. 1-2.
And that fooled Matt Marlowe.
And Marlowe's looking heater right there.
Holmes has shown the ability to double up with the breaking ball here. Not automatic fastball. I got him.
Got Holt in a rundown. The throw over to second in time. So good execution by the Barons defense right there to nab Holt.
And Peyton was going first move right there. Great move by Holmes. A little more calm and collected when he picked his leg up, able to toss on over to first for an easy out, two rather.
1-2, Marlowe will slap that one into right field, but coming in on it is Aaron Greenfield. So Holmes will face the minimum again here in the second inning. When we return, bottom of the second here at the Youth Academy field. Still tied up at 0 on the Arroyo Seco Media Network on YouTube. Start of the bottom of the second. Just better get set ready to go here. Keegan Allen's going to face 4, 5, 6. Aaron Greenfield, Mark Anthony Hernandez, and Julian Boyd. And Anthony, first 2 innings for Hunter Holmes have been pretty clean against the Saints. What have you been liking from him?
Well, the fastball curveball mix is what's really keeping these hitters off balance. And the fact that he's a lefty, I told you, can control that running game. Picked off Peyton Holt.
That running game has been a big part of this Saints' success this season. When they're controlling the running game, when they're forcing pitchers to focus on runners instead of hitters, that's given them great success. But Holmes was able to pick Peyton Holt off. First pitch from Keegan Allen, slider in there, called strike. Slider has a crazy amount of movement right there.
That's the reason why he just picked up a commitment from West Virginia. Mountaineers sure they like that pitch.
0-1 chopped foul. Keegan Allen made quick work of the Barons' top of the lineup. Just a 9-pitch first inning for him. They're going to really rely on him tonight. Holmes has looked good early on those first 2 innings. 0-2,
Oh.
just off the plate. Good miss, though.
Fantastic miss from Keegan Allen. Threw that pitch right into the glove of Cooper Harris.
That's right where Harris wanted it. Could set him up for another one. Harris setting up, looks like a little inner half. They go with the slider, misses there. 2-2.
You don't want to get in full count, even with this academy squad and their light hitting offense.
146 walks as a team, but 34 of those coming from Kamayu Neighbors. Next closest, a couple players with 12. Is that one chopped in the hole and passed? Kyson Donahue ranging to his right. It'll be the first hit for the Barons' leadoff single here.
33, Mark Anthony Hernandez.
First base runner, Allen's allowed. The luxury you do have going exclusively out of the stretch is, sometimes when pitchers are in a groove and they're going out of the windup and they're not going out of the stretch too often, when they do that for elongating, it could mess up their mechanics. Both Keegan Allen is the same mechanics over and over.
That's right. Keegan Allen, very repeatable mechanics as well. That's what makes him such a good pitcher.
First pitch in there called strike to Mark Anthony Hernandez, 227 hitter on the season. Gotten 25 hits, but it's only been driven in 7 times. Been on 35 plus times this season. The lower part of the order, that's been the struggle for the Barons as Hernandez files that one off. Allen quickly ahead, 0-2 here. Allen peering in. The captains of the team, Cooper Harris, giving the signs behind the dish. The 0-2. Slider chased but fouled away. Sliders looks good early on. He's shown the ability to throw it for a strike, but also to get hitters to chase it out of the zone.
That's right. His fastball has gotten him in trouble with 2 strikes all summer long, and we saw in that last pitch to Greenfield. Just whacked it in a left field in the hole for a base hit.
Gonna check in on over at Matt Marlowe. Probably not the 8th throw
No.
over there.
Just I'm keeping an eye on you type of throw.
Greenfield this season yet to attempt a stolen base. He's got a decent sized lead over there at first. The 0-2 paints the fastball just off the plate. So a couple of those calls in this second inning have not gone Keegan Allen's way.
Yeah, umpire not giving him those pitches.
Count will go to 1-2. The pitch. Slider, and that skips away from Cooper Harris, and Greenfield will advance to second on the wild pitch right there. The Barons now with a runner in scoring position, no outs. Got a score update in the Riptide Blues game. The Riptide did strike first in the second inning. 2-run double here. They lead 2-0.
Still early on, though, in the top of the second.
So 2-2 count here. The pitch. That one's low. 3-2. Mark Anthony Hernandez has worked an 0-2 count to a 3-2 count. We've seen both Greenfield and Hernandez go down 0-2 early. Allen's having a little trouble putting them away, though. Full count. Popped up. Will it stay in play? It will not. So we'll redo the 3-2 here. He's gone to the fastball. He's gone to the slider. What do you think he goes to right here?
It's a tough pitch on a full count. I wouldn't mind doubling up with the slider with first base open. Worst case scenario, you set up the double play.
Allen comes set. He does go to the slider and misses low. So great at bat from Mark Anthony Hernandez. First 2 runners reach for the Barons. I'll bring up Julian Boyd. Barron's team as a whole has hit into a decent amount of double plays, 24 on the season. This guy, head coach Aaron Milam's gonna have a little chat with the home plate ump.
Yeah, it looks to be a lineup card discussion. Coach Aaron Milam walked out of the dugout right after Mark Anthony Hernandez walked.
It might have been, we know there was a little problem with the lineup card. It said multiple players were playing the same position, but it can't be that. He may be asking about Boyd, who's come up to the plate here. It was Thomas Williams and Christian Taveras who had both been put down to play third base. That was one of the mistakes with the lineup, but I don't think that's what he's complaining about here.
No, I'm not too sure. Pointing at the base runners right now. Now they're just going over to check with the Barons.
So whatever Milam told home plate ump has gotten him to go talk to the third base coach here for the Barons.
And the acting head coach for the academy.
They send the wrong guy up to the plate? That's the lineup card we got. Boyd was scheduled to hit. They're going to bring Mark Anthony Hernandez back to the plate. Never seen this before, Anthony.
Yeah, very interesting.
See something new every day. So Hernandez is coming back. Interested to see what they say here.
The lineup we got had Mark Anthony Hernandez sitting in the 5 spot, right?
Yeah, that's the one I have. I have him written down, hitting 5th. Would be a bad break for the Barons because I think the punishment for that is
Out, right?
an out.
How would you score that if in your scorebook?
Mark Anthony Hernandez is getting his leg guard and elbow guard back on, though. Very confused as what is.
I'm befuddled right now. Confused isn't the word. Yeah, he's out.
So they're going to call Julian Boyd out without coming into the box.
Might have been a lineup issue. Julian Boyd was announced, and right after he was announced, Coach Aaron Milam went back out there. And now the question is, why does Mark Anthony Hernandez have a bat?
I think the lineup card they got may have had Boyd and Hernandez switched. So Boyd would be called out. However,
Can you go to Isabella and ask what's going on?
you know, not even just broadcasting baseball. In all the years I've watched baseball, I've never seen this
same
happen
here.
before. It's like they're going to call Julian Boyd out. So it looks like we're going to have to, looks like they're going to have an umpire visit. So a long delay. We saw lots of delays in last night's game. Lots of arguing with the umpires. Instead, possible lineup mistake here. The lineup card we got, we will restate, had Mark Anthony Hernandez hitting 5th.
So,
We've just been informed.
Mark at home plate? Did they tell you that? Okay, so you can.
So we have been informed there was a late change with the lineup card that the Saints head coach Aaron Milam did not receive that had Julian Boyd in the 5-hole.
How about that? So that means Boyd is automatically out, and that means Mark Anthony Hernandez now in the 6th spot will come to the plate again. So there was a lineup change, and we had no idea either, Steve.
He must have received the lineup card that we received.
Yeah.
But what? I'll just state it again. This does not happen often, if ever. You know, some of that, you said how Barons have an acting head coach. Some of that may be due to short staffing.
Yeah, there was a breach in the communication in some way, shape, or form with the academy in Arroyo Seco. Aaron Milam had a lineup that we had, and it had Mark Anthony Hernandez hitting 5th and Julian Boyd 6th.
No, but Aaron Milam did do the smart thing, waiting for the at-bat to be
Yeah,
over.
that's very smart by him as well.
Do. It's what you do. You wait for the at-bat to be over. So Mark Anthony Hernandez will make his second at-bat of the inning.
How about that? Second time through the order in the second inning. Don't worry, Keegan Allen's been pitching great.
Julian Boyd will be retired. That means Thomas Williams will be hitting in the 7th spot. We're still hitting the 7th spot. Hernandez down to the 6th spot, and that slider's in for a strike. That's the pitch he needed on that 3-2. So this could turn to be a big break for the Saints.
Oh, big break for the Saints in the second inning.
We saw lots of balls go their way yesterday. Some calls, a couple close plays that turned into runs for the Saints. Is that one on the outer half? 0-2.
Slider, fastball for Keegan Allen. Pitching Mark Anthony Hernandez backwards, probably because he already got a plate appearance not even 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, that was an 8-pitch walk. Really tunneled that pitch well. You may see him go inside or may try to bury a slider here to get him to chase. Like Harris is set up outside, and Allen's going to check over on second base with Aaron Greenfield.
The problem with Mark Anthony Hernandez is he has fantastic bat control and a fantastic eye. Wasn't chasing on those sliders in the dirt for Keegan Allen. You're going to have to get him out with the fastball, and if you're going to have to do that, up and inside is where you want it.
Spiked slider, and off on it right away is Greenfield, and he'll safely get into third. Heads up base running right there. Took off right when he saw that ball was low and in the dirt. Nothing Cooper Harris can do about that.
That was a great block by Cooper Harris. Just great base running out there by Greenfield.
Now 1 out, outs are right at third right there. Now a ground ball could do it for the Barons. Get them on the board here. 1-2, and that one hits Hernandez. Got out of the hands poorly from Keegan Allen. Now a couple on, 1 out.
So Mark Anthony Hernandez, without the Academy Barons batting around, has been on first base twice in 2 different ABs in this inning.
Still hasn't even had the official at bat. Walking, hit by pitch. Thomas Williams will step in. Had to wait a little extra longer, and looks like Hunter Holmes is getting a little loose in the pen for the Barons, trying to stay hot. Had a long delay in this half inning. Allen's still a ground ball away from getting out of this one.
The problem is Thomas Williams is fast.
That first pitch is lined into right field. That'll get down, and the Barons will strike first here on the hit from Williams.
First pitch swinging, ambushing the Keegan Allen fastball and lofting it into right field. Academy with the early 1-0 lead, still threatening.
I'll bring up Jalen Williams. Like you said, attacking that first pitch was sitting fastball. Allen served it up right to him. Two on, 1 out here for Williams. First pitch drops in there, called strike. Big turn of events. Allen had a chance after the break that he got. Had Hernandez behind 0-2, ends up hitting him later in the at-bat.
Yes, he did.
Gonna check
Oh.
over there and say he did not go. This is the guy you want in Jalen Williams, just a 108 average this season. 4 for 37. Does have a home run, though. The 1-1. Does not get the call on that one. Allen does not like that. Showing his frustration with that. 2-1 the count now.
That's been a few times that Keegan Allen has been a little bit frustrated with the calls.
So 2-1 count here. The pitch, and that one misses away. 3-1 now that Keegan Allen has fallen behind. Already got some action in the Saints bullpen. Jacob Henderson getting loose. Saw him earlier this week. With how important this game is for the Saints, they need their best arms. And the Riptide tacked on another run in their game, now leading 3-0 in the top half of the third. Looks like they're going to have bases loaded too. That one's roll over to Holt. 4-6-3 double play.
Big.
So Keegan Allen escapes. However, he does allow one run, and after two, that's our score. Barons leading the Saints 1-0 on the Arroyo Seco Media Network on YouTube. Start of the third here in Compton, California at the Youth Academy Field. Saints are going to have the bottom third of their lineup. Jacob Sanchez, Max Bussinger, and Cooper Harris due up. They're going to have to put up a run or two here if they want to take the lead in this one. They are trailing 1-0 after the RBI single from Thomas Williams last inning. First pitch swinging is Jacob Sanchez. He'll roll that one over. Making the throw on over to first is Christian Taveras for the first out. Very efficient outing right now for Hunter Holmes. Just 24 pitches and 2 1/3 right now. Max Bussinger will dig in. Starting to somewhat get back into that hot streak. 294 average as he's squaring to bunt. Then we'll take a called strike. Probably didn't have any intentions of bunting right there.
But Bussinger does have the talent and speed, along with his bat control, to lay down a nice bunt down the third base line and give the Saints their first hit.
And one of the best bunters on this lineup here. Takes the curveball in the dirt, 1-1.
And that's something, that's a pitch that the Saints are really going to need to lock in on. Hunter Holmes locating it early, that being one of his first misses with the curveball. That was more of a 2-strike curve with that being in the dirt.
There are only 2 lefties in the lineup, so 7 righties for the Saints. They're going to track that curveball more, as that one's going to be a tough play. Kamayu Neighbors, the throw from short is not in time. Oh, they're going to say that Blessinger is caught at first. Really good play at shortstop by Kamayu Neighbors.
Neighbors, a wizard out there, been playing mostly second base now towards the latter half of the season, playing shortstop. And there was a point in time where I thought he had no chance to get the speedy Max Blessinger, but that one hop over to the first base side.
Big stretch by Jalen Williams over there.
Great defense of the Barons so far.
Yeah, you said it. Now Cooper Harris will dig in. 8 up. Just faced the minimum it has Hunter Holmes. That first pitch missing right there, 1-0. Just 28 pitches as the lefty. All 5 previous starts he had were against the top 2 teams, the Foresters and the Oaks. 2 teams that have some of the best hitters in the league. So Holmes falls behind Harris, 2-0. That one misses. Really tight zone early on.
Yeah, both ways at least.
You want that consistency, but pitchers will not like that one, as well as defenders, keep them on their feet longer. The 3-0 down the heart of the plate. Count will even up at 3-1. Cooper Harris, though he does just have that 163 average, draws walks at an extremely high rate. 27 on the season, as that one misses there. Saints will get another base runner. I'll turn the lineup over. Another walk for Cooper Harris.
Great takes against the curveballs of Holmes. What Cooper Harris does so fantastically in that 9 spot is being able to draw his walks and an occasional hit to flip the lineup over.
He did show off some speed yesterday. Had a really good jump after his RBI single. That one misses high to Jordan Rogers, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Jordan Rogers, a big spot early on here. 1 runner on, 2 outs. That one's low. The snap throw over to first, not in time. The respect for Cooper Harris is lightning speed over there.
Hey, he stole a base yesterday against Conejo.
Yeah,
That's in the scouting report. Lightning speed.
We said it yesterday. What was it that pitchers are athletes?
Pitchers are athletes, catchers are fast.
We're going to need some speed here from Cooper if he wants to get in the scoring position. That 2-0 misses there, so Hunter Holmes not getting the close calls. These balls he's thrown haven't missed by much.
And these are nice curveballs. Second time through the order, Arroyo Seco. This is why the Saints' offense is so dangerous. Their ability to make an adjustment from their first to second time.
That's impressive as that one misses. Ooh, they're going to actually say something a little tripped up on these calls. That one looked off the plate.
A generous strike 1 to Jordan Rogers, a pitch that Keegan Allen maybe would have wanted in that bottom of the second inning.
Yeah, he had a couple 0-2 calls right there that didn't get called. Just going to check in over at first with Cooper, who gets off first right as that ball's thrown back. Got to be careful with the hidden ball trick over there. So 3-1 here to Jordan Rogers. We'll foul that one straight back. I'll make it full. Harris will be on the move on the pitch. He's really got to make sure that Holmes goes home here. Cannot get picked off. Holmes delivers. That one's ripped into left field, and it will get down. Harris will hold up at second after not getting the best jump with waiting to see if Holmes goes home. So back-to-back base runners for the Saints here. I'll bring up Drew Cali.
That was a hanging curveball from Hunter Holmes, and Jordan Rogers was right on it, flipping it into left field for a base hit, but more importantly, runner in scoring position for one of the hottest hitters in the league.
And Drew Cali was late on a heater his last at-bat, fouled out to Christian Taveras. He's in a big spot here early on in the third. That one misses there, 1-0. The Saints definitely not thinking about the Orange County game right now. They're just thinking about this game, but knowing what we know with the score, Saints really need to win this one. A 1-0 drops a curveball in for a called strike.
And speaking of that score, 2 runs in the first for OC, 4 more in that second inning, 6-0 tied.
The 1-1. Out in front of that off speed, 1-2. At the minimum, the Saints have had a lot better at-bats this inning. Back-to-back with Cooper Harris and Jordan Rogers. Saw lots of pitches, giving their teammates more of a look in that dugout and in the on-deck circle. So Cali behind, 1-2. Holmes, a couple strikeouts, both came in the first. And off speed outside, 2-2. You really don't want this to get full. It put the runners in motion and a base hit where guarantee a run for Cooper Harris coming home from second base.
And if you're an infielder, it's your job to body up or at least keep it on that infield to save a run from being scored.
Yeah, diving to save. Holmes will check in on Cooper Harris, who's not going anywhere. So 2 on, 2 out. 2 balls and 2 strikes for Drew Cali. So got Hunter Holmes, number 22 on the mound. So lots of 2s here. The pitch does not get that outer half call. That one was close, but that has not been given. We saw it given against Jordan Rogers, but consistently the ball, half ball off the plate has not been given to pitchers. So full count here. The pitch off speed, and it comes in just a little too high. It was down the heart of the plate, but just crossed the plate a little too high. Now load the bases up for Kyson Donahue.
How about that? Drew Cali taking 2 close pitches. Maybe not the right idea to keep the bat on your shoulders with how close it is and with 2 strikes, but he does take the walk either way, and the bases are loaded for one of the power hitters in the Saints order, Kyson Donahue.
And Cali got fooled on that curveball right there. So Donahue up. First pitch in there, called strike.
And that shows you the respect Holmes has for Kyson. First pitch breaking ball. Said before in the first inning, you can beat him up, you can beat him low with a curveball. Hunter Holmes went breaking ball right down the middle.
Holmes out of the windup. Goes back to it. Kyson swing and a miss. Last strikeout for Kyson, his 40th of the season. Just his 33rd game.
And curves have given him trouble.
Saints did have a grand slam yesterday. Looking for a possible one here. Bases are juiced in the third. The 0-2. Curveball way away. We'll take at least one more pitch. Will be the 25th pitch of the inning. First 2 batters this inning retired on just 4 pitches. Last 3 took 17, and now 3 more. That one misses away. 2-2.
And Holmes had Cali in a 2-strike count, unable to put him away. Granted, a couple close pitches that easily could have been strikes. Now with Kyson Donahue, Holmes having the same trouble he had against Drew.
And Keegan Allen, his first couple innings, he's had trouble putting hitters away. The 2-2. That one's ripped, and that one will get through. At least one will score. They're going to wave Rogers home from third. The throw is over to third, and Cowley's in there safely. Kyson Donahue comes through, and the Saints up now 2-1.
a big hole on the right side, and you can't give a lefty that much room to work with into right field, just dumping a ball down into right for a base hit. Great piece of hitting from Kyson Donahue, cashing in a couple huge runs for the Saints, especially with the OC Riptide up 6-0 and in the driver's seat up and slow.
Yeah, it's got to feel good for Kyson Donahue. He'd had trouble with the curveball his first at-bat and did that second at-bat. Swung and missed that one, got one there. Didn't hit it the hardest, but found a hole. And then great base running from Drew Cowley going first to third. And Jordan Rogers easily scoring with his speed. Just a big hit for the Saints. And like we mentioned in the pregame, timely hitting is what gave them success yesterday. And they're capitalizing today. You know, like I mentioned, 4 pitches is all that Hunter Holmes needed to retire the first 2 batters of this inning. He's already at 26 this inning. Still in this third. He's thrown more this inning than the first 2 combined. It's not much easier now with Matt Wong. Wong will chop that over to Taveras. He'll barehand it, the throw on over to first in time. So great defense right there for Christian Taveras, but not before the Saints put up 2 of their own, responding and leading now 2-1 on the Arroyo Seco Media Network on YouTube. Back here in Compton, California. Started the bottom of the 3rd inning. It's going to be 9-1-2 due up for the Barons and Anthony. Big inning for the Saints. Timely hitting from Kyson Donahue. What does Keegan Allen now have to do pitching with a lead?
Well, you said this all season long, the importance of shutdown innings. If you're Keegan Allen, you really have to shut down this Academy Barons squad. And the good thing is, his fastball has been working. His slider has been the best we've ever seen it in quite some time. So stuff playing in the favor of Keegan Allen. The fact that he's efficient, pitching deep into this game is awesome as well.
And he's got to realize he may not be getting those half balls off the plate. Got to attack hitters more. Both Holmes and Allen have been struggling putting hitters away. Let's see which one's going to come out on top. Matt Dorado digs in, the catcher in tonight's game. That first pitch is lined into left field. And not making the catch on that is Jordan Rogers. It got down in front. Sorry, it was a little blocked right there from Drew Cowley, but be a leadoff hit for Matt Dorado.
Once again, the Barons attacking that fastball early. They know that once you get deep into the count with Keegan Allen, he'll put you away easily with that slider. So why not attack a fastball?
Yeah, Jordan Rogers looked like he got a little poor break on that one. He's played basically everywhere around this field as the lineup turns over. Kamayu Neighbors will dig in. Cowley in on the grass, expecting bunt. Outfield shades in now. First pitch misses away, 1-0. The changeup there. Neighbors bounced out to Matt Marlowe his last at bat. misses outside again. 2-0. A little slump of his own. 1 for his last 14 after his ground out in the first. Before that slump was hitting .360. That one almost catches a piece of him, and that'll go to 3-0. Oh, he has that high average, also a high OBP to back up. 508 right now coming into this game. Team leader in walks with 34. Keegan Allen will walk Neighbors on 4 pitches. 2 on again for the Barons and no out. We're going to have a mound visit with Keegan Allen here. We did mention Jacob Henderson getting loose. He is getting loose right now. And if they pull him, that just shows how urgent this game is for the Saints.
Now you're right, Steven. There is no tomorrow if the Arroyo Seco Saints lose, so why not burn your best guys out of the pen? Looks like Henderson's been warming up there since that second inning where the Barons tossed up a run on the board. Threatening here, we might see Jacob this inning if Keegan can't find his location with that fastball.
Yeah, they're definitely not taking him out now, but it's going to be Jacob Henderson if he cannot finish this inning. Henderson's been the best righty out of the bullpen for the Saints this season. Saints are in a good position in terms, you said their bullpen has been taxed a little, but they do have their best of the best arms available this weekend. Chris Stamos is not available today. He's just in the dugout right now, but he will be most likely on Sunday. Hasn't pitched since last week against the Oaks. So got possibility of Caleb Reyes, who pitched earlier this week. Could also go to Dom Dorado, who may be available. Christian Taveras will dig in. He grounded out to Peyton Holt, his only at-bat.
Oh,
They got it picked off, and they do.
That's a big out.
So the Baron blunder again. Big out right there. You said it. Looks like Taveras was also trying to call time right there. Didn't get it. Allen went with the little spaghetti move to get Matt Dorado at second base. Now just a ground ball away from getting out of this inning. First pitch misses, and pitchers are not getting anything close today. Don't forget about Neighbors on first. Does have 12 stolen bases and 18 attempts. Got a decent-sized lead over there at first. Taveras fouls that one off of his leg. He's got some protection just below the knee. Don't see that too often in baseball. See the leg guard, but not one of those. And that one, he says he hit it off his thigh. Cooper Harris was asking him. A score update in the Riptide game. The Blues are on the board, now trailing 6-1 in that one. They're going to need at least 6 more to come out victorious. One is sent down the left field line. It's going to take Jordan Rogers in the corner. That's going to be a fair ball. They're going to hold up Neighbors at third base. Double right there for Taveras. And the Barons, a couple runners in scoring position, just one out here.
That was the fastball from Keegan Allen that Taveras picked on, lofted into left field. Got a little lost to see who that went in the corner, but Rogers unable to track it down. Barons really in the driver's seat here, tying run 90 feet away.
Yeah, we'll see how the Saints position the defense. They are up in this game. Early in the game, they showed that they can hit Hunter Holmes last inning. Looks like they're going to play the middle back in the corners in for Max Diaz, who struck out in his only at-bat. First pitch, off speed, misses there, 1-0. They're going to stick with Allen here after allowing that double. 1-0 misses, 2-0 now. Got Aaron Greenfield on deck, who attacked a first pitch fastball his last at bat for a single. Two-0 misses as well. I'm getting a little mixed up with this with this zone right now for the umpire. 2-1 now. Walk wouldn't be the worst thing. Could set up a double play. 2-1, chopped foul. We'll even up the count at 2-2 here. Be a big out if he could retire Max Diaz via the strikeout again. Allen's really labored these last 2 innings after a really quick first. The 2-2. Slider gets him swinging on the slider. Big out right there.
And for Max Diaz, hitless in his last 3 games, 30 strikeouts in 93 at-bats, strikes out more than a third of the time, or right around a third of the time, rather. That's a big out right there from Keegan Allen, really bearing down. Perfect slider. And with 2 outs, he's 1 big pitch away from getting out of this jam.
Inning not over yet. Aaron Greenfield singled and scored the lone run for the Barons his last at-bat.
Better location for the fastball here is what's needed. Barons have been picking on that first pitch heater.
May go to the slider to start off. He does. I think he's listening to us maybe.
I like the way Cooper Harris is calling this game.
Making those adjustments as we're now the second time through the lineup. Allen kicks and deals. That one's on the corner. 0-2, 1 pitch away from getting out of this jam.
Looks like that outside corner has opened up in this inning. I don't know what's gotten into the home plate umpire.
Saints pitching got a couple jams last night, including a bases loaded no-out jam that the Oaks couldn't score, and a second and third no-out that they didn't score as well. Looking to get out of one here, the 0-2. Slider misses. Allen wanted that one. He took a half step into the dugout and had to get back on top of the mound.
Might have missed that one just a bit up in the zone. Like the idea, though, from Keegan Allen. Even though that pitch missed, one of his better sliders on the day.
I think you got to go back to it here. It's like Harris settling up outside. That one's going to bloop. Kyson Donahue will range and make the grab. So Keegan Allen escapes the jam. Barons cannot score there. Shutdown inning. And the Saints lead 2-1 after 3 on the Arroyo Seco Media Network on YouTube. The fourth inning here in Compton, California. Saints leading 2-1. Deacon Allen escaped a crucial jam last inning. Second and third, 1 out, got the strikeout, and then infield pop-up.
And he was working with that slider. For the last 2 hitters he faced, the huge strikeout and then the little number to Kyson Donahue.
Peyton Holt will be first pitch swinging. He'll ground that one over to Christian Taveras. He's been pretty busy today, and he'll throw out Peyton Holt. 1 pitch, 1 out right there. Hunter Holmes working in his 4th inning. 27 pitch 3rd inning after only throwing 23 the first 2. Matt Marlowe will dig in. Lined out to right field is only at bat. Put a good swing on the ball. First pitch, change up low, 1-0. They'll ground that curveball over to Neighbors, who will make the easy throw on over to first. So an efficient 4th inning so far for Holmes. Has retired the first 2 on just 3 pitches.
Like the approach from Marlowe, though, waiting on that curveball. Only thing is, just got over it a little bit. Top spin to Kamayu Neighbors.
Yeah, decent timing on it. Just get the good part of the wood to the ball. And now Jacob Sanchez will dig in. He's known as a first pitch swinger. He did in his first at-bat, and he'll take a called strike right there, 0-1. Same way the 3rd inning started out. First couple guys got out quickly, and it all went awry for Hunter Holmes. Jacob Sanchez, 1 home run on the year, and it did come here. It's a no-doubt home run. Had a little pimp job to it as well. I still remember that game because we were interviewing Matt Wong. We asked him about it, and he said, I didn't know he could even hit it that far. He's like, I was a little caught off guard, especially when I saw the pimp job. A 2-1, curveball in there, called strike. That's what Holmes has been doing a really good job of, keeping the Saints off balance with that off speed.
Got to keep him honest. That's what he's doing today.
2-2. That one low and in the dirt, so count will ride full. The 3rd full count for the Saints hitters. Both have resulted in base runners for them. A single from Jordan Rogers and a walk from Drew Cowley. The full count, and that one will go low. So Jacob Sanchez will draw a 2-out walk, very similar to how last inning started out as well.
2-out rallies. That's what Arroyo Seco has been doing lately during this recent hot stretch.
Max Blessinger capped off a 2-out rally yesterday, or got one going at least, with the RBI single against the Oaks. Got the game to within 1. A couple batters later, we know what Drew Cowley did. The go-ahead grand slam in the 3rd, or the 2nd rather. Holmes is going to check in over at first with Jacob Sanchez. Just 2 stolen bases on the year in 3 attempts. Bless was robbed of a hit in his only at-bat. It was a really nice play in the hole from Kamayu Neighbors. First pitch fouled away. Time day where that sun is directly in the eyes of Jacob Sanchez over there at first. You see Jalen Williams also has sunglasses on over there. An advantage as a lefty, you're not facing the sun. 0-1, Bless fouls that one off. So count will go quickly to 0-2 here. Saints leading 2-1 on a 2 RBI single from Kyson Donahue back in the 3rd inning. pitch. High fastball, Bless just is able to get a piece of that one. A little late on the heater.
Yeah, it was looking curveball right there from Holmes. Great job by Blessinger, seeing it out of the hand, adjusting quickly and just fouling it off just to stay alive.
Yeah, pitch before Holmes went with the curveball that started up in the zone but finished low. Messing with the vision here. The 0-2 goes to the curveball. Bless puts a good swing on that one. Drop into left center field. Sanchez takes a big round at second base. And he'll head back to second. A great piece of hitting right there from Max Blessinger.
Waiting on the curveball and whacking it in the left center field for a base hit. Textbook at bat for Max Blessinger. Keeps the line moving with 2 outs for Big Cooper Harris.
That was a hanging breaking ball from Hunter Holmes. And now we'll be up to Cooper Harris here. He got the rally started last inning. Let's see if he can provide some damage of his own. Sanchez not the fastest on second, so he's going to really need to get a big secondary lead to score on a single. That one misses, 1-0.
And Harris, big 2-run single against the Caneo Oaks. That one was a ground ball up the middle. Still has a hole there, but Kamayu Neighbors has a lot of range.
Yeah, we saw that back in the 3rd inning. Max Blessinger's ground ball in the 5-6 hole, range to his right. Snap throw over to Blessinger, and that gets past Williams. Sanchez will be able to advance over to 3rd on the error. It's going to be probably an error on Jalen Williams. It was a good snap throw from Matt Dorado. Would have been a really close play if he caught that one.
The catching woes continue for the Academy Barons. Remember last time we were here at Compton, 2 errors from the catcher.
The 2-0. That one misses away. 3-0.
Cooper Harris seen 7 balls today. Ooh.
Just 1 strike. Pitching around Coop, maybe. They saw what he did last night. You know, 3-0. Max Blessinger, the pitch before was kind of dancing over at first. I don't think you take off here on 3-0. He doesn't, and that pitch is down the middle. We'll go now to 3-1. So Hunter Holmes has had no problem getting the first couple outs. That one is low and in, so another walk for Cooper Harris. Saints have him loaded here.
And all these base runners coming with 2 outs. Jacob Sanchez getting on base with the walk. Same thing with Cooper Harris, and Max Blessinger waiting on the curveball and flipping it in left center field. Now Jordan Rogers is going to face Hunter Holmes for a 3rd time today.
He singled his last at bat as well. It was a liner into left. 3rd time he's faced him, and we're still in the 4th inning. Lots of base runners for the Saints. Looking to add on. First pitch does not get the call right there.
Wow.
You know, we're in a broadcast booth with some Barons staff and players, and I'm kind of agreeing with them. I don't really know where these pitches are missing
These
right
are
now.
close pitches from Hunter Holmes.
That one misses as well.
No argument there.
But, you know, it could really get into your head as a pitcher. You feel like to get a strike, you really have to throw it down the middle.
When you're executing and the home plate umpire calls it a ball, that really plays with you.
The 2-0. Off speed is high. 3-0 in danger of walking in a run here.
And you don't want Drew Cowley to come up with the bases loaded as well.
Saw what he did with that yesterday.
Holmes in a lose-lose situation, down 3-0 to J-Raj.
Got to go after him, and that one off the plate.
Up and away.
Saints will get another run here in the 4th, now up 3-1.
4 consecutive base runners for the Saints, all of them coming with 2 outs. And that's how Arroyo Seco scored its run in the 3rd inning, a 2-run single with 2 gone for Kyson Donahue. Now an RBI walk for Jordan Rogers, 3rd on the team in ribbies.
Cowley will take a first pitch ball right there. And Hunter Holmes, you can see the frustration. And I got to side with him. I I do not know where these pitches are missing. We saw in Drew Calley's last at-bat, back-to-back pitches looked like strikes were called balls. The 1-0. Cut on and missed. Calley wanted the high heat. 1-1. Saw Calley to end his round at BP hit 3 home runs in 4 swings. He will line that one up the middle. That will get through. Cooper Harris and Max Blessinger will both score 2 more RBI for the red hot Drew Calley. Saints up now 5-1.
Drew Calley, stay hot. You can't get him out at this point. Extending his hitting streak to now 11 games, hitting over .530 in that span. Just incredible numbers for Drew Calley. And there was a point in time where his game 1 of his hitting streak, it started, his average was .266. Now it's over .330.
His hitting streak coming right after not getting selected in the MLB draft. So he's trying to say, like, hey, you missed out on me. Here's what you're missing. And also Jordan Rogers advanced first to third there. Now it's Kyson Donahue who had the 2 RBI single in the first inning.
And don't worry, Drew Calley's going to get his due, though. He's going to get his looks from MLB teams. Graduate season in Oregon. Watch out.
We'll get that extra year of eligibility. Donahue will swing at the first pitch. It will be a tapper back to Holmes. He'll flip the ball on over to first, but not before the Saints tack on 3 more and now lead 5-1 here on the Arroyo Seco Media Network on YouTube. After the Saints have put up 5 in the last 2 innings, we welcome you back here in the bottom of the 4th. Keegan Allen back out for another inning, and now he's got a little more of a cushion to pitch with, Anthony. See if that can play into him executing his pitches a little better.
Yeah, Keegan Allen ran a little bit of trouble in that bottom of the 3rd inning, but he worked out of it quite well. 2nd and 3rd, 1 out, got the huge strikeout and the little soft line out towards Kyson Donahue in shallow left field. Let's see if we can keep the Barons off the base pads in this inning.
Julian Boyd, who's not had an at-bat technically, but was called out after a little lineup mistake from the Barons. Had Boyd and Mark Anthony Hernandez switched. Second pitch to Boyd is lined foul.
Yeah, it's not every day you see a starter get his first at-bat in the bottom of the 4th inning, but here we are. Barons batted out of order, and Boyd, unfortunately, he was coming up to the plate ready to hit. He was already in the left-hander's batter's box, but he was called out.
Barons got some action down in their bullpen. Still no one up for the Saints. Got to think if Allen runs into any trouble, they'll get Henderson back up. Well, maybe even with this 4-run lead, you'll maybe see someone else. That pitch missing on the outer half, so Keegan Allen getting the same squeezing that Hunter Holmes
tight
got.
zone treatment.
That one will be lined over the head of the reaching Donahue. That'll be a leadoff hit here for Julian Boyd.
Great piece of hitting going the other way. Allen attacked him inside with the fastball, and he just had enough bat left to flip it out in left field. Valiant attempt by Kyson Donahue, though.
Yeah, no one's getting that one. Donahue's standing, what, 6'4"?
Yeah, he's pretty tall.
He got off the ground pretty high. So Mark Anthony Hernandez walked in his fake at-bat that he had and then got hit in his real at-bat. So he's first at-bat, official at-bat for him. That one lined foul. Heads up over there in the Saints dugout. Way late on that.
Maybe he's mad at Aaron Milan for making him come take an at-bat for a second time.
Yeah, it looked like it actually hit a power box on the light pole over there. 0-1 misses low. You know, with this tight zone that we've seen, yes, the pitchers have to make an adjustment, but the catchers where they set up do have to make that adjustment too, not setting up right on the block because we haven't gotten that call tonight.
Well, same thing for the hitters, too. They have to make the adjustment. They know that they can lay off a outside pitch.
Boyd on the move. The throw from Harris just a little late. You know, maybe if Allen throws the fastball instead of the slider there, he's caught.
Yeah, Cooper Harris, the fact that he made that even close shows his talent behind the plate. From his knees, reeling it back and throwing a bullet to Peyton Holt. Only thing is, Boyd was just too fast.
I've seen, you know, Cooper Harris catching. It's the thing that makes him so good on those throws isn't the glove to the hand, it's the arm. The arm talent is there for Cooper Harris. The 2-1. That one rolled, and it will get through the middle. Boyd hesitated to go there, didn't see the defensive alignment, and because of that will not be able to score, and it's now 1st and 3rd for the Barons. No outs.
You can count that as a base running blunder from the Barons there. Again, it was a little bit interesting. Usually coaches say if you can get past the baseball, that's when you run. Well, the ball coming off the bat of Mark Anthony Hernandez was already past Julian Boyd, so he should have been running with the pitch. But he's on third with nobody out still. So still in a run-scoring situation for the Academy.
You know, it looked as if not only did he think that Donahue was behind him, but that he was trying to, if he was trying to block the ball from Donahue that we've seen. First pitch misses outside, 1-0. That pitch low on the changeup. Cooper Harris is going to go have a chat with Keegan Allen as Jacob Henderson is now getting loose. And, folks, if you're seeing on your phone, that is not a typo. It's the Mariners that are finalizing a deal with Luis Castillo. It came out of nowhere. Yeah, but we can't count them out yet. We can't count that out, you know, as true because I still remember that tweet that the Padres were finalizing the deal with Max Scherzer. And out of nowhere, the Dodgers sign him. So 2-0 here. Thomas Williams has the only RBI on the day, RBI single. And he'll line down. That'll be another hit for Williams and another RBI. So he's hitting Keegan Allen early. 7th hit for the Barons, 2nd run, and now they trail down by 3 here.
Once again, picking on the first pitch fastball from Keegan Allen. And could this be the final hitter that he faces? Goose coming out to talk to him.
Yeah, it looks like that will be it. They're going to send in Jacob Henderson. So Keegan Allen struggled here, could not record an out in the 4th. And when we return, we'll see how Jacob Henderson fares here on the Arroyo Seco Media Network on YouTube. Welcome you back here, bottom of the fourth. Jacob Henderson is coming in to relieve Keegan Allen, who let the first 3 base runners reach, including a run. Been a great pitcher for the Saints this season. He's faced with Jalen Williams, Matt Dorado, and Kamayu Neighbors.
And this is a perfect time to bring in Henderson, riding a 12-inning scoreless streak.
Scoring to bunt is Williams. He'll foul that one off. And Keegan, after that first inning, the Barons just started hitting. 7 hits in the last 2+ innings for them. Ground ball would really help out the Saints here. The tying run up to the plate, and Williams, who squares to bunt again. He'll bunt that. Diving play for Jacob Henderson. Pitchers are athletes.
How about that? Come right into the game, facing a bunt attempt and a diving play for Jacob Henderson. Special play for Jacob because that keeps the Barons anchored at first and second.
That was a very impressive play, especially because Henderson's falling off on the other side of the mound. Really good reactions. The bunt from Williams went right back to him, and he had to lay out to get that. So now he'll face Matt Dorado, just a ground ball away from getting out of another jam are the Saints. Dorado singled in his lone at-bat. Henderson really creates fits for righties, especially with that pitch right there, that slider.
The sidearm slider for Jacob Henderson, a right-hander nightmare. And he can get lefties out too. He's just not a righty-only guy, a Rugi.
That sinker really plays well too, that inner half. Right there.
That's why Jacob Henderson's riding a 12-game scoreless streak.
12 innings.
12 games going not
we'll,
quite.
We'll love 12 games,
This is a team-leading 12th game, though.
Yeah, he has been a big part of that bullpen. Not only team-leading 12th game, but he's gotten some innings. 27 innings coming into today's game. The 0-2 outside. I was talking to Jacob about his sinker, how it has that much movement. He says he flicks his wrist the opposite way. Normally with sinkers, you mostly just put more pressure on the index finger, but he twists his wrist actually the opposite way that you would on a curveball. Almost gets Dorado to chase there. Instead, it'll go to 2-2. Henderson comes set. The 2-2. Fouled back. We'll stay at 2-2. Well, we finally got. Remember, we were talking before the game that this trade deadline has the potential in the MLB to be very exciting. It also has the potential to be very not exciting. And we had our first big deal go down. The 2-2. Got him on the slider. Frisbee-like from Jacob Henderson for the second out.
That's a big out number 2 from Jacob. The stopper trying to shut down and keep Keegan Allen with only those 2 earned runs. He's doing his job so far, but very tough at-bat here in Kamayu Neighbors.
That slider is ridiculous. It kind of looks like, it reminds me of Jimmy Herget of the Angels, what called the human glitch is what they call me. His slider moves so much. That's why they say that he throws the frisbee. Neighbors will pop that one up, and then we'll get out of play for the first strike.
See, the problem is with the slider here, though. If you're going to go with Neighbors, it's going to bury him inside, probably jam him and send it to the right side and into right field for a hit. If you're Peyton Holt, got to be ready to have that range over to your left. Same thing with Matt Marlowe to your right. And that's if Henderson opts to use the slider. Neighbors, very great bat-to-ball guy with the right side open.
Does not get the call on the outer half, 1-1. At least if Neighbors does get a hit. Mark Anthony Hernandez on second, not the fastest runner on the Barons. The Saints in the outfield do got some arms. Bless in center and Wong in right. The 1-1 high, 2-1 now. So 2-1 the count now to Neighbors. That one inside for a strike. 2-2. Who'd have thought that Hunter Holmes would have lasted longer than Keegan Allen, especially after last inning?
Oh, it's with the Saints. Must-win games. The short leash on starters. Like the move here to bring in Henderson.
Yeah, they're putting out their best right-handed reliever, also their long reliever. The 2-2 popped. Will it stay in play? It will not for Drew Cowley. So Neighbors stays alive. He did recently just crack the 10 strikeout season. And just about a couple weeks ago, he was just at 3. And in 2 games, one against the Forcers, one against the Saints, struck out a combined 5 times in those. Falling on some hard times. Here's the 2-2. That one's high, so we'll ride full now. Runners will be in motion on the pitch.
And Neighbors showing exactly why he's one of the toughest at-bats, toughest hitters to face, rather, in the CCL. Fouling off the close pitches and laying off the misses.
In that crouched position. The full count. That'll be rolled foul. You know, Neighbors doesn't try to hit that power, that over the outfielder, line drive fly ball. Only 2 extra base hits for him on the season. But he finds holes with his swings.
And the only way to beat him is to get him to pop it up. If you're Henderson, up and inside fastball is your go-to pitch. The only thing is, your landing zone is so small with Neighbors crouched up.
Full count. They're going to say he did not go, so that be a hit batter on that one, they're going to say.
Yep.
Henderson apologizing to Neighbors, giving a little tap on the helmet.
Here is number 26, Christian.
Max Blessinger played in the same conference as Kamayu Neighbors and said he's one of the nicest guys in the entire conference. So it would have been ball 4 either way. And I'll bring up Christian Taveras in a big spot here for the Barons. Got the tying run in Neighbors on first base. First pitch outside, 1-0. Slider in there, called strike. I think a pitch that would really help Jacob Henderson to master is a changeup, because I think it would really play well with his sinker, changing up the speeds. This is on the slider there. 2-1 now the count. Henderson comes set. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss right there from Taveras. Swinging out of his shoes right there, and it'll go 2-2 here.
And the bullpen has done a great job, especially against Conejo, getting out of jams. The bases loaded, nobody out jam. Second and third, nobody out. Here, a couple runners on with nobody out. Henderson, one big pitch from getting out of another jam.
Henderson's done that all season. Hard to score off him. The 2-2 is high right there. Will go full yet again. Everyone will be in motion. Nowhere to put Christian Taveras here. Henderson gonna take a little break, dusting off the mound here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Saints leading 5-2 here in the bottom of the 4th in a must-win game. The pitch inside, and he walks Tavares. A run will come across for the Barons. It is now 5-3 Saints. Max Diaz will dig in. 0 for 2 on the day. A couple strikeouts to his name. Ball fouled away. It's what we mentioned. Henderson extremely effective against righties, but once in a while does find trouble against the lefties, and both lefties he's faced, he's allowed base runners to.
But this platoon advantage for Henderson plays into an advantage a lot. You got Diaz up, struggling hitter for the Barons, and a hot pitcher in Jacob Henderson.
First pitch will be chopped over to Donahue. He'll field it and will throw it on over to first in time to get Max Diaz. What a play right there from Kyson Donahue. Run-saving play right there. Looks like there won't be an argument from the Barons. And after 4, the Saints leading 5-3 on the Arroyo Seco Media Network on YouTube. So the 5th inning here. New pitcher on for the Academy Barons. Give me number 23, Sebastian Diaz. What do you got on him, Anthony?
Well, Sebastian Diaz pitching in his first game in 5 days, and it wasn't a pretty one. In the 8-0 loss at the Riptide, he pitched in 1 inning, 3 earned runs against him, 4 hits and 1 walk. And overall this season, he does have the electric strikeout stuff, and he has been able to limit the walks this year, but the hits have been his boogeyman. Hitters are hitting 280 against him.
Last appearance against the Saints, he went 2 perfect innings against us, striking out 1. His first pitch to Matt Wong is low, 1-0. Very close play to end that 4th inning. Donahue didn't get the ball to his glove in time to, you'd think he'd flip it over to Holt as Wong grounds that one out to Kamayu. Neighbors' throw is in time for the first out. Wong now 0 for 3. Peyton Holt will dig in. Grounded out, first pitch swinging for him. It's been a trend for the Saints. The first batters of the inning have been attacking the first or second pitch. Curveball low, 1-0. Holt will jam shot that one, and it will get through past Thomas Williams in for a 1-out single. Saints got a runner on here in the fifth.
Well, this Arroyo Seco offense does not discriminate. Whoever is out there on that mound, they will bring their best at-bats. That time, Peyton Holt jam shot into center field. Great AB from him. The Saints have another base runner on, this time with only 1 out.
Yeah, it's only the second time a runner's been on with 1 out, and both of them has been Peyton Holt. Every other base runner's been on with 2 outs. Is now Matt Marlowe up 0-for-2. Had a couple good swings today, though. Curveball low, 1-0. Leon Diaz is having trouble locating that curveball high in the zone. He does have a nasty hook, similar to Hunter Holmes' curveball. At 1-0, misses away. 2-0 now. Diaz coming in, knows he has to fill up the strike zone. We've seen the tight zone from home plate umpire tonight. Checking in over with Peyton Holt. A close play. Not diving back right there. That one grounded foul on the 2-0 pitch. Now go to 2-1.
And if you're the Saints, you can't be happy with that 2-run lead, this being only the top of the 5th inning. They need more insurance runs.
They got to continue to add on. We saw them do that last night, and in the 2-1 count, this is a perfect time to maybe run a hit and run. Don't see the Saints do it often. Hold off. Marlowe was swinging. It was the hit and run. Holt is thrown out at second. Marlowe unable to make contact on the hit and run.
Yeah, Marlowe have to make contact, as you said, because all you do is you leave your runner advancing towards second base, hung up to dry. That time, Holt had no chance going to second. Barons pick up a huge out, number 2.
And Marlowe hesitated because you're not supposed to swing at pitches in the dirt, basically everything else, and that one was really close to being in the dirt. But, you know, if you're in doubt on those, just swing at it anyway because it could disrupt the catcher just a little bit. Count's now full to Marlowe. Well, hesitation, check swing, foul ball right there. We'll stay at 3-2. Here's the full count. That one's low, so another 2-out walk here for the Saints. They've gotten a 2-out base runner the last 3 innings now. All have come across to score.
That's right. 5 consecutive base runners for Arroyo Seco in that 3-run top of the 4th inning. All of them coming with 2 outs. Now Matt Marlowe walks, and trying to keep the lineup turning is Jacob Sanchez.
It's a 7th walk issued by a Baron pitcher. So Jacob Sanchez digs in. First pitch swinging, fouled straight back here. 0-1. Sanchez 0-for-1 on the day. Did walk, though, in his last at-bat. Came around to score. The 0-1. Nasty curveball right there. Drops down the middle. 0-2. Think he double up on that one?
Why
maybe?
not? Yep. Do your best curveball of your outing so far. Why not double up with it?
First time Diaz has thrown it for a strike. The 0-2. That one gets a little away from Dorado, but Marlowe not going anywhere. This is when you want to be aggressive if you're Matt Marlowe on first base. If you could get to second, a single could score you. Being stuck at first, need an extra base hit to bring you home. Diaz comes set. The 1-2. Curveball. Does not get the call there. Didn't miss by much. Diaz getting a dose of what Hunter Holmes got.
Welcome to the game, Diaz.
So despite being out hit so far this game, the Saints find themselves leading by 2 here in the 5th. They do, with those 5 hits, also have 7 walks. Just 4 2/3 innings play, have 12 total base runners. The 2-2. Sanchez will foul that one off, so we'll do it again. Count will remain 2 balls, 2 strikes. We've got 2 outs here. Diaz peers in for his sign. Marlowe dancing over there at first base. The pitch got him swinging right there. Left a curveball up, but Sanchez unable to capitalize on that one. After 4.5, we're halfway home, and Saints leading 5-3 on the Arroyo Seco Media Network on YouTube. Start at the bottom of the 5th here. Jacob Henderson on for his first clean full inning. Had to get all 3 outs the last inning, but came into the game with a couple runners on. Allowed one of the inherited runners to score, but nothing more than that. Saints leading the Barons 5-3 here. His first pitch, slider misses to Aaron Greenfield. Give me another ump that. I'm going to use the phrase again that I used last night, the red line. I'm going to red line this guy as well. That slider doesn't miss anywhere. That's down the middle, 1-1. Riptide have increased their lead now to 8-1 against the Blues in the 6th, so not looking good for the Saints in terms of standings.
That's right. Coming into this game, the magic number for OC 2, so it's imperative that Arroyo Seco hangs on here. Of course, the Saints don't play tomorrow. The Riptide battle it out against the Blues once again tomorrow.
Ball will be fouled back, 1-2. If the Riptide are able to hold on tonight and win tomorrow, that will keep the Saints out of the playoffs for this season. And I feel, there were a couple, especially down the line, that easily could have gone the Saints' way.
A lot of should-have-have-its for Arroyo Seco this whole summer long.
One even here against the Barons a couple weeks ago, that 4-3 loss in Pasadena. One of the toughest losses they've had. They also had the 5-run blown lead to the Caneo Oaks. Henderson now gets this count full, 3-2 to Aaron Greenfield. Julian Boyd on deck.
How about the loss to Orange County last week as well? 9-7 in the 9th inning coming into that one, and an OC scores 3 runs, and the Saints go down quietly in the bottom of the 9th. That's another game they should have had, a 2-game swing there.
Greenfield will walk to lead off the inning. And, you know, something else, even though they didn't lose this game, the game against the Foresters that didn't end up finishing, that could have helped too, because these two teams, the Riptide, there's no possibility for them to tie up in records because the Saints will have one less conference game played because of that game against the Foresters that stopped due to the lights. Julian Boyd will dig in. He's technically 1 for 2 today, but he's only had one at bat. It was a single, first pitch. Sorry, not first pitch swinging, but it was a single back in the 4th. Came around to score. That one high. So Hendo struggling to find the zone here in the 5th. No one up in the pen for the Saints right now.
But there's a lot of shuffling up the right field line, though. Henderson falling behind 2-0 with already runner on first. 1 walk already.
Now behind 3-0. Now this is someone, when Henderson came in the game, the Saints want him, think he could get them to the 7th, maybe 8th inning, but right now struggling to get an out here in the 5th. That's in there, called strike. Count now 3-1. Ground ball could erase the base runner here. Boyd will foul that away. Full count here. Henderson comes set. Another full count pitch on the way. That one misses. Back-to-back walks to lead off the 5th inning here.
33, Mark Anthony Hernandez.
I'll bring up Mark Anthony Hernandez, and looks like pitching coach Goose is out there to have a little chat. Looking down that bullpen, they're just about to get someone up and ready to go. No one was warming up. He's taking a little slow stroll out there so someone can get up ready and get the most amount of pitches. Those bullpen pitchers, tough task. They really have to get hot really quick. Looks like that's Donnie Smith down there.
Yep. And I'm sure the plan was to use Donnie Smith maybe later in this game, maybe the 7th or 8th inning, but right now Henderson falling behind hitters, and if he's not careful, Academy could sneak up on you and maybe even tie this game with it being a 2-run ball game.
Yeah, Saints only leading by 2 here. Tying run for the Barons on first in Julian Boyd. Mark Anthony Hernandez, 1 for 1 on the day, also got hit, is yet to be retired. It's been this middle part of the order, this 5, 6, 7, that have yet to be retired, excluding the lineup mishap that gave a free out for Julian Boyd. But besides that, they have yet to go down. So Henderson, just 5 strikes thrown this inning across 13 total pitches. That one's in there, called strike. I think that does help Henderson with that sinker. He induces a lot of ground balls. Really needs one right here with 2 on, no one out. Trying to bunt is Hernandez. He'll pull that one back. Just got to realize, you just got to think that if he gets the bunt down, does not want to be close to Jacob Henderson after what he did last inning. Does square to bunt, and that one's low. 2-1 now to Mark Anthony Hernandez. Still only got Donnie Smith up for the Saints. Hasn't had much action for the Saints this season. It was a really late addition. Squares to bunt. He does get that down. It's a perfect bunt. Henderson feeling his position well, and a good pick by Matt Marlowe over there at first.
How about that? It looked like Drew Kelly had a better shot at that. Henderson fielding it in one motion. Short hop Matt Marlowe up the line, but a great pick for out number one. A game-saving pick, you could say, for Matt Marlowe at first, because otherwise the Barons would have the bases loaded.
And now it does not get easier with Thomas Williams. 2 for 2 today, 2 RBI singles for him.
And with Williams, he ambushes those first pitch fastballs. Did it twice against Keegan Allen. If I'm Jacob Henderson, be smart with your pitch choice or locate the heater really well here, because Williams is swinging.
He is swinging first pitch. You know, after that bunt, you know, what I realized is you can really tell when a pitcher has been a position player for a long time, really going after everything on the diving play. And that one, like you said, that was an easier play for Drew Kelly, but Henderson got off the mound really well, still able to make an accurate throw, and it was a good dig from Matt Marlowe getting the longer bounce. Williams swinging again, and it's over the head and into right field. They're going to hold up Boyd at third. A 3 RBI day already for Thomas Williams.
Yep, Williams a free swinger. 3 singles to right field. And all of a sudden, the tying run for the Academy is just 90 feet away.
Jalen Williams steps in 0 for 1 on his day, ground out into a double play and had that bunt pop-up to Jacob Henderson in his last at-bat. That is a chance to give his team a tie game here. 103 average. First pitch, swing and a miss. I've seen the third base coach from Barons getting the attention of Thomas Williams at first, saying that I think the third base coach may have the timing down for Jacob Henderson, that he comes set just for 1 second at 1/1000th. One count now. May see Williams take off here if he's got that timing down. That one's away. 2-1 the count now. Three pitches I've noticed, though, he has come set just for 1 second, not mixing up that timing. Swing and a miss.
You're right. And Henderson better be careful as well. Don't want to get called for a balk for not being set. It's that fast.
And not only that, Thomas Williams could really time that up well.
If you're Henderson, you need the K right here.
Williams has bounced out into a double play today. That pitch, he does get on. Big strikeout right there. Jacob Henderson.
Making his pitch, beating him with the fastball. Now you're just 1 out away from getting back to the dugout with your team in the lead. But with this just being a 5-4 game in the 5th inning, it really falls upon the offense to score runs against the relief corps for the Academy.
It's going to be Matt Dorado who steps in, 1 for 2 on his day. He did strike out in his only at-bat against Jacob Henderson. That first pitch is in there, called strike. Haven't seen that call given to pitchers that often today. The 0-1 swing and a miss on that slider is very disgusting.
Nasty.
Still surprising we haven't seen Thomas Williams take off. These sets are the exact same each and every pitch. I'm even surprised, you know, Cooper Harris, with how smart he is, hasn't noticed. Williams is off there. The throw is actually going to be a pump fake right there from Cooper Harris. So stolen base right there for Thomas Williams. 2-1 in scoring position now. A base hit could give the Barons the lead here, 1-2. They're going to call a balk right there on Jacob Henderson.
The balk. Julian Boyd will score, and now tie the game at 5-5.
Yeah, it looks like Jacob Henderson might have flinched. Home plate umpire called him out. And the Academy Barons get a gift to tie this game. Henderson was so close to getting out of it.
Yeah, Cooper Harris tried his best to call time, but unable to. Now just 90 feet away from taking the lead. Barons have scored 2 runs in each of the last 2 innings. Two, and he gets him swinging, but not before the Barons tie this game up. And after 5, we are tied at 5 when we return on the Arroyo Seco Media Network on YouTube. Started the 6th inning, just about to get set ready to go here. After the Saints give up 4 across the last 2 innings, we are tied at 5. Max Blessinger will dig in. Had a ringing single in his last at-bat, came around to score. First pitch from Sebastian Diaz. Curveball low, 1-0. Really got to be careful with the curveball to Blessinger. That was the pitch that he really ripped in his last at-bat.
We did a great job of timing it against starter Hunter Holmes. Flipped it into left field for a base hit.
The 1-0. That's on the corner, 1-1. Now find ourselves in a new ball game, 5-5. The stopper, Jacob Henderson, unable to hold the lead. The 1-1. Curveball bounces in there, 2-1 now. It was really the walks that hurt Henderson. Only gave up 1 hit, and that was to Thomas Williams. Bless a little late on the high heat. Now 2-2 the count. 8-9-1 due up for the Saints. Cooper Harris to follow Blessinger, and then Jordan Rogers. Diaz kicks and delivers. Not even going to check over at first. Did not look like Bless went, however.
It only looked convincing because Blessinger took the bat off his shoulder so much, almost dropped it.
So it's a 3-2 count. The pitch fouled away. Barons have had trouble locating today. Already have walked 7 Saints batters.
That's really the reason why Arroyo Seco has put up those 5 runs. Only 5 hits on the day compared to the Academy's 8. For Blessinger, got to get on base here. Saints need runs in this must-win game.
Pitch from Diaz. That one's chopped over to Neighbors. Double clutches and is still able to get Blessinger out at first for the first out of the inning. Bring up Cooper Harris. Still yet to have an official at-bat. It's got 2 plate appearances that have both resulted in walks, and he scored both times. Both walks coming with 2 outs. One that started their 2-run rally in the 2nd inning, and in the 4th inning kept that 2-run or that 3-run rally alive in the 4th. First pitch to Harris, misses away, 1-0. Donnie Smith still getting loose in the bullpen, so most likely expect him to relieve Jacob Henderson in the 6th. Pitch clips the zone. So 1 ball, 1 strike here to Cooper Harris. Out in front of that fastball, fouls it away. Really got his hands out in front of that one. Cooper Harris, one of the 4 position players for the Saints that made the All-Star game. Was the only one that didn't start. He did pick up a hit in his lone at-bat, though. So 1-2 count here to Coop. We'll send that one high and shallow center field. Thomas Williams settling on under it and will make the grab for the 2nd out.
In the outfield, second baseman, Thomas Williams. Now up, number 3, Jordan Rogers.
Jordan Rogers will step in. 1 for 2 on today's game. Got a single and a walk to his name as well as a strikeout. He's been on base his last 2 at-bats. First pitch almost clips him right there, 1-0. Rogers does lead the team this season in being hit 9 times this season. That one's away, 2-0. The pitch from Rogers, chopped foul. Count will now go to 2-1. Rogers is someone who had a really hot stretch with the Saints. Has cooled off a little bit. He's getting his hits here and there, but still not with that consistency. 2-1 in there, called strike. Not like that one right there. Diaz really painted the inner half. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here to Jordan Rogers. The pitch. We'll bloop that one into center field, but Thomas Williams will make the grab. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for Sebastian Diaz, and we'll head to the bottom half of the 6th inning when we return on the Arroyo Seco Media Network on YouTube.
Attention California Collegiate League fans, the 2022 CCL State Championship presented by Firestone Walker Brewing is coming to California Central Coast. That's right, the postseason will be hosted in San Luis Obispo, California at Sinsheimer Park from August 4th to the 6th. Tickets are available online and at the gate. For more information, visit calsummerball.com and be sure to follow all of the state's championship action on social media using the hashtag CCLBaseball.
New pitcher on for the Saints. Give me number 45, Donnie Smith. What do you got on him, Anthony?
Well, Donnie Smith, only 2 appearances for the Saints, has only gone 1 inning in each of those, but so far he hasn't given up an earned run or a hit. 3 strikeouts in those 2 innings as well. Donnie Smith, a late addition, has his work cut out here. Top of the order coming up for the Barons.
Gonna need a big inning here. Barons have scored in each of the last 2 innings to tie this game. And with the Saints unable to put up a run in the top half, the Barons have a chance to take the lead here. The 1-0. Neighbors will sky that one fairly deep into right center field. Matt Wong will settle on under that one and make the grab. So Neighbors gave that one a good ride, but not enough power.
Now up for the Barons, number 26, Christian Tavera.
Christian Taveras will dig in. 1 for 2 on his day. Also got a walk. That blooping double down the line in the 3rd inning. First pitch curveball from Smith. Drops low, 1-0. This is a Donnie Smith late addition. It's only been, what, 2-3 weeks on the team, but in his limited appearances, he has been really effective. 1-0 misses, now falling behind 2-0. Though Keegan Allen got knocked around, did only walk 1 in his 3 innings. Jacob Henderson walking 3 in his 2. Oh, cross up right there with Cooper Harris. Always dangerous on those, as is now 3-0.
Yep, and Harris going right back out there to tell Smith, talk about the signs. Usually it should be 1 sign considering there's not a runner on base.
They may be doing the touching tap signs with darker, but you know, luckily on those cross-ups it was Harris thinking fastball and it was a curve thrown instead of Harris thinking curve and a fastball. That's when it can be really dangerous. Smith falling behind 3-0. That one misses outside. 4-pitch walk to Christian Taveras.
That's the first batter that's gone on base against Donnie Smith this season. 2 perfect innings. And the walks coming back to plague the Saints yet again.
Max Diaz will settle in. Only Baron that has not, or one of 2 Barons, my mistake, that have not reached, both him and Jalen Williams. Diaz 0 for 3, couple Ks and a ground out. First pitch, they're going to say he did go around on that one, 0-1. Smith comes set. Big lead for Taveras. 0-1, curveball really high.
Looks like it slipped out of the hands there.
And those ones, that one released a little too early. He wants to finish that out in front, flicking that wrist, throwing it downhill. Check in over there at first with Taveras. Could be a good time for a hit and run. 1-1. We saw the Saints unable to do that with Matt Marlowe being caught in, or sorry, Peyton Holt being caught with Matt Marlowe up to the plate. That one chopped, and that's going to be foul ball just to the left of the line right there. Game of inches, Anthony.
Yep.
And a couple inches matter a lot here. So now Diaz behind 1-2. Team leader in strikeouts this season, now with 32. However, this Academy Barons team as a whole does not strike out too often. Just 282 this season as opposed to the Saints 307 coming into today. Smith comes set at the belt. It is a hit and run, and he skies that one. But we'll hang up from Max Blessinger out in center field for the catch. Second out of the inning right there. Aaron Greenfield will settle in 1 for 2 on the day with a walk. He's also around to score both times he's been on. I have heard this song before, but the name of it is slipping my mind, this walk-up song, but I really do like this song.
What is this?
Producer Aaron, what is this name of the song? Okay, Aaron, our producer, does not know either. I have heard this song before. Oh, it's Rookie of the Year. I have, yes. It's in one of these playlists I saw. I think it refers to basketball, though, Rookie of the Year. So interesting to use in baseball. 1-0 from Donnie Smith. Called a ball. We've seen that, though, pretty often today. The zone is very tight. It's come to hurt both teams today. The 2-0. That one misses as well. Had to be ruled high because that was right down the center of the plate. 3-0 the count now with Julian Boyd on deck. He's been on base both times. Add in there. 3-1. Very similar pitch, though, to the one before. Smith comes set. The 3-1. That one misses there. Will be a 2-out walk here.
Coming up to bat,
And one of the problems that could be, with the zone being small is Cooper Harris is taller than this umpire here. It may be vision blocked for him. But this zone is one of the smallest we've seen all season.
Yeah, it's very tough for Donnie Smith to locate the zone, but not entirely his fault.
So now Julian Boyd steps in just to hit away from giving his Barons the lead here. Swing and a miss. Harris on second base. Greenfield on first. Fair's 4 for 5 this season, stolen bases, so decent speed with him. Baron team as a whole doesn't run that often. Curveball leaves up, 1-1.
Once again, the short leashes continue. Anthony Giannetti warming up in the Saints bullpen, just in case this inning gets out of Donnie Smith's hand.
Could be the last batter maybe for him. Out one low. 2-1 the count now.
And in the biggest game of the year, have to be able to find the zone, limit the walks. Keegan Allen did a great job of that, but after him, Barons have been doing a great job of getting on base via the walk and base knocks today.
12 total walks issued between both teams. That one skied out of play down that left field line. Count will now go 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and Anthony, we got number 2 up to the plate.
Yeah, 2 runners on as well.
Donnie Smith unfortunately does not have a 2 in his number. Big pitch right here from Smith, one of the biggest of the game. Inner half, almost. Got a piece of maybe a fan over there down the line, but will remain 2-2. Busted him inside right there, and Boyd just got a piece of that. So we'll do it again at 2-2. The pitch. Chopped. Smith will field that one. Will opt not to tag Boyd out. Will instead throw him out. So a scoreless inning here for Donnie Smith. Couple left on base. And after 6 complete innings here in Compton, we are tied up at 5 on the Arroyo Seco Media Network on YouTube. Drew Cowley will dig in to lead off this 7th inning. Saints need him more than ever right now in this must-win game. They are knotted up at 5 with the Barons, who this entire season they've played the Saints tough. First pitch from Sebastian Diaz, misses low and away, 1-0.
Yeah, but the good thing is the Saints have 2, 3, 4. Their 3 All-Stars coming up in this 7th inning. If they're going to want to score runs, it has to start now.
Cowley will roll that one over to Thomas Williams, who's had his fair share of plays the last couple innings, and we'll get Cowley out at first for the first out.
Now batting is number 11, Kyson Donahue.
Kyson Donahue will dig in 1 for 3 today. One hit being a 2 RBI single back in the 3rd inning. The first time he's faced Diaz tonight. Diaz has pitched really well, just allowed a couple base runners across 2 1/3. Kick and deal. Change up in there, called strike, fooled Donahue on that one. Evening this count at 1-1. Donahue will send that one fairly deep into right center field, but not enough. Aaron Greenfield will make the grab for the second out. First 2 sent down here for the Saints. Matt Wong will dig in 0 for 3 on his night.
And how about Sebastian Diaz coming out of the bullpen and backing up his man Holmes? 2 2/3, only 2 base runners, a walk and a hit. Mowing down these Saints hitters.
Infield playing in a shift for Wong, who pulls that one foul. Jalen Williams, though, playing a little closer to first base, so he's able to get back there in time. So huge hole on the right side for Matt Wong. So got Julian Boyd in center, playing shading to left center. Ball almost catches Wong. It is now 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. That ball chopped foul. Count will now go to 1-2. So Diaz 1 strike away from going 3 scoreless out of the relief. Wong will drill that one to right center field. That one's got some carry, and that one will bounce and 1 hop off the wall. Wong is going to be rounding second and heading to third, and he will be in there without a throw. 2-out triple for Matt Wong.
How about Matt Wong going with the pitch and splitting the gap in right center field? And he was already off to the races, skying that one, a major league fly ball, and it was so high that allowed the speedster Matt Wong to round second and head on over to third. And now the situation gets a lot more simpler for Peyton Holt with 2 outs. Any sort of hit, if he reaches, with exception of the walk, Saints will take the lead.
Holt 1 for 2 today, single and a walk. They're going to need a single from him if they want to get Wong home. First pitch, chase the curveball and will foul it off, 0-1.
And that's only the second hit off Sebastian Diaz through 2 2/3. The righty has been electric.
Big moment here for Peyton Holt. Could be his defining Saint moment this season. He will ground that one over to Kamayu Neighbors. Bobbles it for a second. The throw on over in time for the out. So the 2-out triple will not hurt the Barons. And we are still tied at 5. And it's stretch time here at the Youth Academy Field on the Arroyo Seco Media Network on YouTube. Bottom of seventh here, still tied at 5 in a must-win game for the Saints, and they're going to turn the ball over to Anthony Giannetti. What do you got on him,
Well,
Anthony?
what they're going to ask Anthony Giannetti to do is likely go a couple innings. In the 6-3 win against the Oaks, he did go 2 frames, struck out 1, didn't give up any earned runs, actually riding a 7-inning scoreless streak dating back to June 29th. Coming off an injury, Giannetti, a much-needed addition of this Saints relieving corps. Now we're backing up Donnie Smith.
I'm looking on your screen right now, and I'm looking at that birthday. He is exactly 3 days younger than me. His
Really?
same
Oh,
year,
yeah.
yeah. So that makes me feel better that he's out of the field and I'm doing this. So, yeah. But Anthony Giannetti, tough spot here, especially with this tight zone as he pounds a strike in to mark Anthony Hernandez for first pitch of his outing. Pitch low, already got bullpen up for the Saints as well, just getting loose, playing some catch. Just trying to see who that is down there. The 1-1 misses, is now 2-1.
You know, this home plate umpire having a really tight zone all night long. Giannetti really has to focus in. It's one thing to give up hits, but in this late of a game, can't give up free passes.
Those can start rallies. As Hernandez skies that one, and it will be out of play. You said, you know, the Saints they've had their own rallies this game, started via the walk, and especially in the in 2 outs, all 5 of the Saints runs have come with 2 outs. Cooper Harris is having a little chat. What do you think they're talking about, Anthony?
It might be going over the signs once again. We saw Donnie Smith cross up Cooper Harris once already. Harris walking out there to make sure Giannetti doesn't do the same.
Interesting to see them not send out Donnie Smith for a second appearance. Second inning, all 3 appearances, he's just gone 1 inning.
Yeah, that's what makes Giannetti, giving them at least a couple here and set up the top of the 9th inning for what likely might be Jake Porter. This is what makes Giannetti so crucial. Needs to go 2 quick outs.
Saints using a lot of arms tonight. But they're pulling out all the stops in this game. That 2-2 is ripped, and that will be dropping in left field. Stealing off a couple bounces is Jordan Rogers. He'll get that in, and the ball's off of Donahue, but Hernandez will retreat back to first base. It's a leadoff hit for the Barons. Got the go-ahead run on. And the always dangerous, especially this game, Thomas Williams.
Yep, 3 RBIs on the day on 3 hits, all 3 of them singles to Matt Wong in right field. He's got to get ready. And for Giannetti, the free swinger in Williams will attack your fastball. Needs to be able to locate the breaking stuff here.
3 hits, 3 RBI for Thomas Williams. Bringing his average up to 269. First pitch in there, called strike. Maybe the changeup right there. Oh and 1 to Williams. Squares to bunt, and that one almost caught him right there. It is now 1-1. Interesting to see them bunt the guy that has driven in 3 of their 5 runs today.
Wouldn't be surprised if that was a deke right there, especially with Mark Anthony Hernandez, not the fastest guy in the world over at first.
So it's a 1-1 count here to Thomas Williams. Squares again, and that one misses. 2-1. Giannetti looks like he kind of wanted that one. Cooper Harris didn't receive it as well. The 2-1. Where's the bunt again? Goes right back to Giannetti. Only play is at first right there. So it's a sac bunt for Thomas Williams. Mark Anthony Hernandez moves on over to second, and there's 1 out.
There was a point where I thought Giannetti had a shot to nab Anthony Hernandez over at second, but I liked the play. Just sent it on over to first, traded out for an extra 90 feet. Giannetti has the ability to work out of a one-out runner on second jam easily.
Yeah, you know, there could have been a play there, but I really like that he didn't hesitate. You see sometimes pitchers panic on that. They look to second, they realize they may not have a play, that keyword being may not, and then they panic and don't get the throw over to first in time, and then you got 2 runners on and no outs. Bring up Jalen Williams, 0 for 3 on his night. He chops that one over to Payne Holt, who picks that, and he'll throw on over to first for the second out.
That was a tough play for Peyton Holt. Even though he made it look easy up the middle, that short hop could have easily came out of his glove, and now Giannetti would have been in a major jam. Instead, he calmly makes the play, throws across his body to get Matt Marlowe. Now Giannetti just 1 out away from putting up a 0 in the top of the 7th, bottom of the 7th rather.
Yeah, I really like that he didn't hesitate on that. You know, Jalen Williams doesn't get down the line as well, and Holt could have waited back for one more bounce, got in off the long hop, but instead of doing that, he goes for the short hop so he can get him out easily. So it can be a pinch hitter. Alonzo Zuniga will step in for Matt Dorado.
And this being catcher for catcher, Dorado getting the start behind the plate. Zuniga will replace him. Second best hitter on this team, hitting .267 on the season. And with the tying run 90 feet away, why not use Zuniga here?
Yeah, they need him. Big spot, especially with the always dangerous Kamayu Neighbors looming on deck. First pitch, that one's drilled into left field. That will take Rogers back to the wall, and it will be off the wall. It is an pinch hit RBI go-ahead double for Alonzo Zuniga, and the Barons have come roaring back down 4 to lead 6-5.
Fastball in the heart of the plate, and Zuniga did not miss it. He hasn't had a run batted in 20 days. Well, now that streak is now 0. Lacing that one over Jordan Rogers' head to left. And in a must-win game, Giannetti has to keep this deficit at only 1. Of course, that's with the Orange County Riptide already handily winning against the Slow Blues. The magic number now down to 1. If the Saints lose, they're out.
Misses there. Time is running out for the Saints. Have 6 outs to play with. They'll be trailing by at least 1 in a game they need to win to stay alive. That one will be drilled and caught by Kyson Donahue. Great job by him saving a run, but the Barons add 1 in this inning. Now leads 6-5 after 7 complete on the Arroyo Seco Media Network on YouTube. Start the 8th inning here at the Youth Academy field. Alonso Zuniga, after getting the pinch hit RBI go-ahead double last half inning, will remain in the game as a catcher. Matt Marlowe, Jacob Sanchez, and Max Blessinger will be due up in this 8th inning. Saints down to their final 6 outs, and even though they do have 1 game remaining, be the last 6 outs of their season if they drop this one.
That's right. Coming into this game, mentioned in the bottom of the 7th, the magic number for OC is 2, with their already taking care of business on Friday night in slow. It's now 1. Could be 0. The Saints can't claw back.
First pitch from Sebastian Diaz, catches the corner, 0-1.
And the Saints haven't been able to solve the puzzle that is Sebastian Diaz. Just 2 hits against him in 3 innings, 3 base runners total, and the pitch count in a very healthy mark as well.
Marlowe will drill that one into left center field. It will drop in for a leadoff single. So getting the rally started is Matt Marlowe. That must feel good.
Anytime you can get a leadoff runner on for the Saints, it feels good for the coaching staff and, of course, Matt Marlowe, who's been struggling. Big base runner over on first, and if your third base coach Serge Placencia, do you dare run Marlowe and maybe get him into scoring position with Jacob Sanchez up?
It's all about the trust in the hitter up at the plate. Marlowe this season 6 for 8 on the year in stolen bases. First pitch to Sanchez, big cut and a miss.
Diaz, not the fastest moves towards home plate, so Matt Marlowe can get a good read and get a great jump. Could maybe swipe this off of Diaz.
We also saw last time these two teams met, the troubles Alonso Zuniga had behind the plate. Sanchez squares to bunt, and he does get that down, but it'll be right back to the pitcher, who tags out the base. Gets the lead runner out.
I like the idea from Jacob Sanchez. It was just way too hard and way too direct towards the pitcher, Diaz. Great play tossing over to second base.
Want to get that one down, more down the first baseline. Max Blessinger will be due up after the poor execution. We do have Jake Porter up in the pen as well. Some movement also in the Barons bullpen. They're checking in over at Sanchez. It's a close play over there. Gets back safely.
Every pitch matters at this point in the game. Bless needs to get on somehow, some way.
That pitch misses there. 1-0. Bless, all 3 balls he's put in play have gone same direction. Couple groundouts to Kamayu Neighbors, and also a ripped single into left field. Chopped foul. Count will go to 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Diaz comes set. The pitch. High right there, 2-1. Could be a good time for a hit and run, but if you're blessed, you really got to make sure you can make contact. Jacob Sanchez, not the best runner on the Saints, and we saw Peyton Holt get caught after Matt Marlowe couldn't execute on the hit and run. Gonna check in over there at first. Sanchez gets back safely. Tying run on first for the Saints here. If they do not ground out into the double play, at the minimum, we'll have the top of the order due up in the 9th inning.
And the problem is, should you want to pinch hit for Cooper Harris in the situation, your only other catcher is your DH. You lose that spot if you want to pinch hit for Harris.
That one's low. 3-1. We've seen them do that before, and it caused Jake Porter to have to go play some defense out in left field.
All bets are off for the Saints. Blessinger If it's outside, might want to take it.
Cooper Harris is the one on deck, and they're going to say that did nick him right there. So 2 on here. Cooper Harris, they're going to keep the bat in his hand. Who's 0 for 1 today with 2 walks. Big spot for the captain.
One of the biggest spots of the summer for Cooper Harris. He's had a hard time struggling rather, putting sacrifice bunts down. He has 2 sack hits on the year, but his conversion rate, not the best on this Arroyo Seco Saints team. So it's interesting to see if maybe Serge Placencia tells Harris to bunt in this situation. They have the speed going to second. Not quite that going to third, though, with Jacob Sanchez.
Well, the corners are in for the Barons. They are expecting the bunt. Seen some big moments for the Saints. They're going to need a big moment from Cooper Harris. First pitch, and he'll foul that away, 0-1. Christian Taveras is even with third. Jalen Williams is playing in front of Max Blessinger. Harris was swinging there. Williams is still staying in front of Max Blessinger in preparedness for the bunt. The 0-1 grounded over to Kamayu Neighbors, flips it on and on to first, inning-ending double play. A rally killer right there for the Saints. That'll bring us to the bottom of the 8th. Saints still trailing by 1 on the Arroyo Seco Media Network on YouTube. Bobby is just about to get set ready to go, and Saints are going to turn the ball over to their 5th reliever of the night. It's going to be number 9, Jake Porter. What do you got on him, Anthony?
Well, it's been a revolving door out of the bullpen. Jake Porter now the 5th reliever, as you said, but he's been very good since June 30th. Only 1 earned run rather against him this entire month, including he struck out the side of the 9th inning, bottom of the 9th inning against Conejo on Sunday. This will be Porter's first time pitching, though, in 5 days.
They're going to need a 0 from him. They got top of the order due up in the 9th. They're going to trail by at least 1 run. It's going to be 2, 3, 4 due up. Christian Taveras, Max Diaz, and Aaron Greenfield for the Barons in the bottom half of the 8th. Big cut and a miss right there from Taveras. Count will now go to 0-1. Taveras has been on the last 3 times, 2 via the walk, 1 via the double. He also has a ground out. Will be fouled. 0-2 quickly. Porter is going to need to keep this hot streak he has going on the mound in this outing right here. Saints desperately needing it. trailing by 1. The 0-2 skied up in the air. Kyson Donahue calling it, but Jordan Rogers will be the one calling him off.
Left fielder Jordan Rogers with the catch.
Careful of a collision there.
Number 3, Max
I'll bring up Max Diaz. Diaz on the day, 0 for 4, a couple Ks, a ground out, and a fly out. First pitch misses there, 1-0. The Saints haven't had any trouble getting runners on this game, especially those first 4 innings, but left a couple runners on the board. So that 1-0 is in there, called strike, 1-1.
And a good thing for the Saints is, though, the top of the order due up in the top of the 9th. Rogers, Cowley, and then Kyson Donahue.
1-1, that one chopped up the middle. It's going to be a tough play. Donahue ranging to his left, but has difficulties with the transfer. You're ruled an infield hit right there for Max Diaz, his first of the day.
next batter up.
Aaron Greenfield will step in. Greenfield 1 for 2 with a couple walks as well. So 1 out hit here for the Barons. First pitch from Porter, slow roller over to Cowley. He will opt to throw it to first for the out. Second out of the inning, Diaz advanced to second. They're 1 out away from getting out of this one.
I like the play from Drew Cowley, just looking over at second, just not wanting to risk it, trading it out for the extra 90 feet. The only thing is the Saints did that in the bottom of the 7th, and a run scored off of that. So Jake Porter not out of the woods yet against Julian Boyd.
Now Boyd 1 for 2 on the day, same as Greenfield, also with a couple of walks. Turned it out to Donnie Smith, his last at bat, as that first pitch misses there, 1-0. It's going to take a comeback win for the Saints after blowing the 5-1 lead. Next pitch misses, 2-0. Five unanswered runs for the Barons. Trailed by as many as 4, heading back to the 4th inning. That misses, 3-0 now. Mark Hernandez on deck for the Barons. Comes set, the 3-0. That misses. So another walk for Julian Boyd, the 30s, drawn this game, and that'll bring up, as mentioned, Mark Anthony Hernandez.
And this is for the Saints pitching staff. 7 walks on the day. They've given up 11 hits. To be honest, Steven, it's a miracle that the Academy Barons have only put up 6 runs.
Yeah, 11 hits and 7 walks. Math people out there, that's 18 base runners, and they've also been hit a couple times. That first pitch misses low, 1-0. A 1-0 count here to Mark Anthony Hernandez. First pitch, really good block right there from Cooper Harris. If you're Porter, you really want to attack Hernandez here. Thomas Williams on deck, 3 for 3, 3 singles, 3 RBI. They also had a sac bunt his last at-bat.
They don't want to face him. For Porter, got to attack for Mark Anthony Hernandez.
Barrett's a little shaken up after that block. He's really had a long summer with the Saints. Been beaten up back there, but he always gives it his all. 2-0 count here. Chopped foul. So Porter trying to get back in the count now. Behind 2-1. Saints trailing by 1 here in the bottom half of the 8th. Been a roller coaster of a game. The Barons struck first in the 2nd. The Saints responded with 5 over the next 2. And it's been all Barons since, as Hernandez fouls that one off his leg, and he is down for the count now. Not wearing any protection down there, Anthony.
Nope, just the shoulder guard, the elbow guard rather, on his left elbow. Limping around, trainers coming out to check on him.
Actually, it looks like he does have a
Oh, he
leg
does.
guard.
Just the same color
yeah,
as the
blends
socks.
in.
Yeah.
Did not, but the way he's walking, it didn't catch any of that. May have caught him above the shin above.
Yeah, good thing they're having a laugh about it, though, up the third baseline.
So that's going to make Hernandez a little slower out of the box. Got 2 on, 2 outs, 2-2 count with him up. Porter's going to have to execute a pitch here. It's Thomas Williams on deck, who's had an extraordinary game, both at the plate and in the field for the Barons, who are trying to play spoilers. A win here for them would bounce the Saints out of playoff contention. Porter takes a look over the 2-2. And he swings and misses right there into the mid of Cooper. So Jake Porter does his job. He shuts down the Barons, and we'll go to the 9th. When we return, Saints needing a run on the Arroyo Seco Media Network on YouTube. Welcome you back. 9th inning, Saints down to their final 3 outs, trailing by 1, and they're going to have to face the tough closer for the Barons, Aaron Rosales.
Yeah, tough is an understatement. Hitters are just hitting 186 against him. That 1.3 whip, one of the best on this Academy Baron squad. 4 saves on the season. Last time he's given up an earned run was against July 22nd in Santa Barbara. So if the Saints want to extend their season, they really have to earn it here in the top of the 9th.
First pitch, this is their 1-0, and last time he was in a save opportunity was against the Foresters, and he got the loss, got walked off on, the Barons did, in Santa Barbara. Jordan Rogers, it's going to be up to him to start this inning off right, and he'll chop that over. Thomas Williams, 1 up, 1 down. Saints down to their final 2 outs.
Williams, 1 out.
Cali will dig in.
Now batting
If the Saints ever needed him as much as they do, it's now. Cali 1 for 2 on the day, 1 for 3 on the day. Also has a walk to his name. First pitch missing there, 1-0.
Drew Cowley has been clutch for the Saints throughout his whole career, hitting over 330 in his 4 years at the Arroyo Seco. Clutch hit after clutch hit, but does Mr. Saint have one more in him in the top of the 9th with his season on the line?
That pitch in there, called strike, and you're mentioning clutch hits. His favorite memory as a Saint was a walk-off home run he hit last year. The 1-1 from Rosales. Hard grounder over to Taveras, who fields it cleanly. The throw on over in time. Just like that, the Saints down to their final out. Kyson Donahue, it's going to be up to him. Came in the clutch back in the 3rd on the 2 RBI single. Is hitless since then, 1 for 4 total on the day.
And for Kyson Donahue, the hole in his swing, curveballs low in the zone, the fastball's up and inside, team leader in strikeouts. But if you put that aside, 6 home runs on the year. Can he get number 7 against Rosales?
His final hack of his batting practice was a nonchalant just bomb over the right field wall. Didn't even watch it as he left. He just walked away. They could really use one right here. 1-0 is high, 2-0.
You've seen before, the Saints get 5 consecutive base runners with 2 outs. Donahue trying to start a 2-out rally here with capable hitters and Matt Wong and Peyton Holt on deck.
All 5 of Saints runs coming with 2 outs. At 2-0 is high, 3-0. Dangered of putting the tying run on base in Kyson Donahue. Saints know what's on the line here. Know they need to win to stay in this playoff race. The 3-0. And they're called strike.
I like the take from Donahue. Wouldn't be the end of the world, though, if Coach Aaron Milam gives him the green light, 3-0. Now he should have that green light 3-1, needing a home run.
The 3-1 from Rosales. That one misses. So the Saints get a 2-out walk here. Matt Wong will step up to the plate. His Rainbow Warrior teammate trying to knock him in. Wong picked up his first hit of the night last at bat in the 7th. It was a 2-out triple to right center field. They really need one of those again. You know, Donahue's going to be really aggressive on the base paths. Anything in the gap, he's going to try to score.
Wong, 34 RBIs this summer. This dugout ready to explode if he gets 35 and maybe even 36 in this at-bat.
First pitch in there, called strike.
And the Saints are going to have to hit their way into a tie game. Rosales doesn't walk a lot of guys. Just 10 of them now in 13 2/3 innings. If you're Matt Wong, find a fastball and don't miss it.
A 1 big cut and a miss right there.
And that was his one. That was his one big hack. Now he has to shorten up and fight for his life, down 0-2.
Saints down to their final strike. The Riptide won today, meaning that a Saints loss, meaning they're out of playoff contention here. No balls, 2 strikes, and wait a little. He's going to step off the mound. It is official. The Riptide did beat the Blues. Final score 9-1. They took care of their end. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here to Matt Wong. The pitch. Defensive swing on the curveball, and it will slice foul.
That's a perfect example.
fighting for your life, down 0-2.
Saw how quick, though, Donahue on the move. You're going to try to get him home on anything in the gaps or down the line. Saints have been aggressive all season on the base pads. Last couple, this week, though, they have struggled, been picked off a couple times. They've ran themselves out of a couple innings. The 0-2 to Wong. Blooper, and that one's going to fall down the right field line. Donahue around second and head to third. And the Saints now with runners on the corners. One hit away from tying this game.
How about that for Matt Wong? Great piece of hitting, just flipping it into right field. Can't go down, swinging and missing. And he gets aboard with the base hit. Also, great base running from Kyson Donahue, going from first to third. And it's the same situation we've been in before. First few games out of the road trip, we were in Compton. Peyton Holt, bases loaded in a one-run game with 2 outs. He flew out to center field, trying to get some revenge here in the top of the 9th.
Biggest moment of the season here for the Saints. Their entire season comes down to Peyton Holt right now. Back-to-back runners on with 2 outs. Big cut and a miss from Holt. He was trying to give them the lead right there.
And the good thing is Peyton Holt has the speed to make it on an infield hit. The question is, does Matt Wong have the speed to make it towards second?
Matt Wong, last couple weeks, was battling a hamstring injury. Seen him make attempts on plays in the field and on the base pass, showing that he is 100%. The 0-1. Big cut and a tip into the glove right there. Saints once again down to their final strike here.
All right, you had your 2 big hacks for Peyton Holt. Now it's just shortening up and basically taking a page out of Matt Wong's book.
Blooper would work here for the Saints.
Big hole on the left side as well, with the third baseman shading towards the line. If Holt could just flip it through, this game's tied. Can they get one more big hit from their second baseman?
The 0-2. Big cut and a miss. Peyton Holt goes down swinging. The Saints drop this one and are officially out of the playoff race here. It was a very tough game for the Saints, unable to come out victorious.
Well, a valiant effort from Arroyo Seco, getting the tying run all the way to third with 2 outs. The sad thing is they couldn't get their 6th 2-out run.
It was a tough game, but what a great season from the Saints. A lot of magical moments this season. Could not find one in them, but great effort overall from the guys this season.
Overall, a great effort this season. They still got one more game to wrap things up Sunday against the San Luis Obispo Blues. But a great fight from the Saints. They just came up just short.
And don't forget to tune into that one, 1 p.m. on Sunday. But for Anthony Vasquez, I'm Stephen Hogenkamp. We'll catch you on Sunday on the Arroyo Seco Media Network on YouTube.